Cody, have you prepared yourself to see 7-8 offensive linemen on surface yet this week?
Yeah. We're getting ready for that stuff right now, and it kind of helped to play Minnesota a little bit earlier with, they have bigger players on their team, so definitely something we're looking at and getting ready for.
How do you prepare for that? Because at this point in the season, you're probably not hitting as much in practice, but you have one game to prepare for it, and then it kind of just gets thrown at you in the biggest game of the year. What is that? How do you even prepare for that?
It's really about preparation and getting your body and your mind right. Obviously it's going to be a physical and a fight kind of plays and with a lot of linemen in there, but it's getting your body, mind, and soul right and getting ready to go and sacrifice all you got.
Cody, you went through senior day on Saturday. Have you made a decision on what you're doing after a season yet?
No, I didn't. I felt like it was 4 years, and I wanted to run on senior day, and I felt like it was the right decision.
And obviously, being a fourth-year guy, you're still chasing your first win in this rivalry. Just how much extra hunger does that give you, going into this, but you're still looking for your first one?
Yeah, it's everything. We need to try new things and find ways to give more effort, give more preparation. Be a better teammate, do something to get yourself over that hump, and it's tough and it's not an easy feeling to have, but that's what we're working on every day right now.
What gives you confidence that this defense is more prepared for this game than it was a year ago?
I trust in my coaches. We watch a lot of film. We watch a lot of little details that can help us get an edge, and I trust that in their vision and their mentalities that we can get it done.
Cody,
what's it been like
watching this summer? You had a workout with Mickey, and you were screaming at the guys. This is not good enough. We got Michigan at the end of the year, and you used the word, of course. But you were even in whatever that was, June or July, talking about this game. Now that it's here, how ready are you guys?
Man, everything we've done this entire year has been for this game, and so we couldn't be more ready for it. And our coaches have done a great job of allowing us to kind of like slowly build to this moment, but it's the reason you come here. There's nothing else really to it other than to win this game.
And getting Tommy back, assuming he does, how big is that going to be for you guys?
He's such a big leader, whether he's on the field or off the field. So we're just so thankful that we can have a leader like that on our team and get ready for this game.
What's he been like not getting to play the last couple of weeks? What has he been like to be around?
It's the same Tommy. He's always ready to get in, even if they don't let him. So I just appreciate that. That's the kind of person he is, and it rubs off on the rest of the linebacker unit and the defense as a whole.
Yeah, it's hard for him. Did you notice? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you think it was hard for him to have to sit?
Oh yeah.
Senior day.
Yeah, he we know how he thinks, and he would probably do anything to play in that game, and but I think he understood the bigger moment, and we're so thankful to have someone like that with that mentality on our team, because if it was up to him, he would play no matter what.
How much did that game last year, the second half especially, how much did it impact Coach Knowles from your vantage point? What did you see? You know what I mean? How it affected him?
It's tough as this is his first year last year with us, and he's just getting to know really the rivalry and being a part of it. And I think as it's gone on and as he's been here for a lot longer, that he's understanding how much every little detail matters, and not saying he wasn't before, but he was. Now it's so much more magnified of how much more focus and how much more every little detail matters more.
Do you feel? Not knocking last year's plan, but do you feel good at this point about the plan y'all have for Saturday? You understand what I'm saying? That took into account what went wrong last year.
Yeah, and we're still putting stuff in right now. We're nothing's set in stone until the foot hits the ball. But we're 100%. We know what we need to do, and I have full trust in my coaches to put together something that will be right for our team, and we'll just see how it progresses this week and get ready for Saturday.
Cody, everybody talks about how this is a 365-day-a-year rivalry. You guys are constantly talking about, thinking about, working toward this game. Literally, how much film do you watch on Michigan before this week when you're actually prepping for this team?
So during the season is a little different because you're preparing for your opponent, but in the offseason we'll have periods where we'll watch their just getting ready for what they do, and we watched a little bit of last year. You know, before this week, I wouldn't say it's too much because we're just trying to get ready, but our coaches have definitely always had an eye on them, and now this week, it's especially with our Thanksgiving, we have so much more time to be able to do stuff without school. So I've already started with just getting as much film as I can and early front loading the week, so at the end of the week I can really focus on the little stuff, and it certainly helps with no school. So
How many times have you watched those 5 big plays that they had last year? I mean, you probably know them by heart. I mean, does it sicken you? What do you think when you see those plays?
Yeah, I just think those are areas we can do better, and we've all probably seen those plays a million times now. So, you know, it hurts when you watch it, but you know, it's all about the little details. All those big plays happen because a small little detail that it's really all fundamentals. So we have to get back to making sure we are fundamentally sound at every position.
You've played across from them all season. How have you seen the offensive line grow in terms of physicality, in terms of chemistry, to face the challenge they're going to get on Saturday?
Oh yeah, definitely. We see it all the time in practice. We go against them all the time, and I think those are our best reps where we can go against our offense and all the big movements and confusion that they cause for all the defenses across the Big Ten. But I have supreme confidence in them, and they work so hard with Coach Fry and everything. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
What stands out about Michigan's tight ends? You might have to defend Michigan's tight ends in play action, stuff like that. What stands out about those guys?
Oh, they're good athletes. They work well in space, and you know our focus is to limit their impact as much as possible and as much as everybody else in their offense. So you know they're good players, and we want to be able to limit anything they could do that can hurt us.
The linebackers, what did you guys learn from facing the Notre Dame tight ends that maybe you can carry into what you guys are going to see on Saturday?
Yeah, you got to be physical, and you got to be able to dictate what you want to do, and have an answer for everything that they're trying to confuse you with. And yeah, especially from that game though, to just be as physical as possible.
How would you describe what JJ McCarthy brings to the party, brings to that offense? If you were explaining him to somebody else.
Yeah, no, he's really creative, and he can make something out of nothing. So, you know, our goal is to just contain him as much as possible, and not allow him to make as crazy plays as he makes. He's a good player, so we just have to do our best and contain him.
Cody, you talked
they
about
looked offensively like they looked this time a year ago coming into this game. I mean, the last couple of games have been interesting to watch them offensively. Obviously, they ran the ball 32 times, never threw it in the second half against Penn State. What does that just tell you about where they are offensively coming into this one?
Yeah, I mean, we're not really focusing too much on what they did last year, but
I mean, the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, last couple of weeks. I mean, we just know it's always the going to come down to the rushing attack and being as physical as possible at the point of attack. And you know, they set a standard to run the ball, and so it's going to be up to us to be able to stand up to that and to defend the run as well as possible.
Has the way they run their offense the last 2 weeks without having their head coach on the sideline look different at all? Does it look like the same stuff? How does it kind of compare when he's there versus not there when you watch film?
Well, it's definitely an interesting situation for them, and you know, I haven't really got into talking about any of that what's going on, but you know, I think they run the ball. They try to run the ball the same way and try to be physically imposing, and so they're good up front. So it really doesn't make a difference what I think what their coaches is just finding the right plays to defend each run and just being physical.
Cody, you talked about winning games on defense. How do you balance being aggressive but not overly aggressive against a team like this?
Yeah, no, that comes down to probably Coach Knowles. He's all knowing with his defenses, but you know, there are definitely ebbs and flows of the game, and not getting out of control with what we play, and I think Coach Knowles has a great handle, and I trust him completely on what he decides to do with the defense.
But even like defending the run, you know, contain versus trying to make a TFL, like how do you balance that in game?
Oh yeah, it's really, I mean, gap integrity is huge. Just being able to stay in your gap and not allowing any big holes. And their running backs are good. They hit holes hard, and they are patient in time. So I think for us just to be as gap integrity and gap sound as possible.
You said you feel like you guys are as prepared as you can be for this game. Can you relate it at all to last year, like where you guys were mentally and emotionally a year ago coming into this game to where you were now? Is there anything that feels different? Do you feel, I don't know, same kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, we want to kind of focus on it as this year as itself. You know, every year is different, and so for us, it's really just how we prepared throughout this entire year, including the offseason and everything. So, you know, our emotions are definitely high, and we want to, you know, we want to create that emotion and that intensity in that game, and it all starts this week. You know, it's Tuesday, you can't win the game today, but you know, our focus is building that slow build to the game and not allowing our emotions to get ahead of us.
Yeah, I asked Coach Dale this a while ago. I mean, kind of a weird question, but is there a freedom that comes with playing in a game where the only thing that matters is the win? If you follow my drift there, Cody, about you know, letting it all hang, you know, whatever it is, whatever, you know, euphemism, cliche you want to use. I mean, that all that matters on Saturday is whether you won.
100%. I mean, but that's the thing about being at a place like Ohio State. You know, it's kind of expected that you win by a lot of points, but that's been our goal every week this year, is just to win. Like, it doesn't matter really what it looks like, we just have to win. And so, you know, that I kind of find comfort in that, because, you know, we're not trying to do anything extraordinary. We're just trying to do our job and what we've been doing all year.
Cody, the information is as readily available now as it's ever been. Social media is, you know, omnipresent. How hard is it to tune out all of the other stuff that's going on with this rivalry game?
It's definitely not easy, even, but I think it's, you know, especially the age of the players on our teams now, we're all good with our phones and everything. But, you know, when it comes to me, I just try to, you know, if I see something, I scroll past it or just don't even focus on it, because I know what really matters is what we talk about here in the Woody, and whatever, anything else I see out there just doesn't mean much to me. So I know what the truth is here, and I'm just getting ready for the game.